Alright guys, so welcome to some more Apex. I hope you guys are having a very good day as always. Before I even start this video, I want to say a huge thanks to all the support on my channel recently, because you guys have just been giving me so much support and I've been getting so much subscribers, so much likes, so much comments, and to every single one of you guys who actually subbed and liked my videos, I really appreciate it, because I'm trying to get to 1k subs before the end of the year, and with this support there's a very high chance that could actually happen. So thanks to everyone who has been showing my channel so much support. But you guys are here right now because you want to know about all of the leaked characters allegedly coming to Apex Legends very soon. Well, I'm going to give you guys as much information as I can, because there are actually a lot of leaks in this game so far, and all of these characters sound very interesting, and it'll actually be great to see some of these characters coming to the game if they do. So if you guys are ready, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. However, I must say that all of these characters are leaks, and obviously with leaks everything is still subject to change. So even though this information has been data mined and it can be very accurate, it also can be very wrong, because Respawn can decide to change every single thing in this game before they drop any of these characters. So keep that in mind, but it's still very good to speculate, and it kind of gives us a good idea of what to expect. So yeah, let's get into this video on all of the leaked characters in Apex so far. Alright, so let's talk about Valk. Now I wanted to actually start this video with Valk because in my opinion Valk is one of the more interesting characters on this list, because she's just very different and unique. So her passive is Afterburners, and after the initial drop, Valk and her teammates fly faster while skydiving. This sounds very interesting. I mean, it actually could be good because you obviously get to drop faster, you get to land at hotspots a lot quicker, but to me it's not going to be very good at all throughout the game, because obviously it's only good when you're actually now skydiving into the match, but throughout the game you basically have no passive because you've already kind of landed. So yeah, to me it's not very useful, it's not very practical, because once you're actually in the game you basically have no passive ability. So yeah, it's kind of a weird passive, but it could be good in the first like minutes when the match begins, because obviously you get to drop a lot faster. So her tactical ability is the VTOL Jets, and this allows her to basically hover, right? And this sounds good to me, because depending on how high you can actually hover with this, you can kind of like use this to get really out of reach snipes, to kind of like survey the area and see who's around. It could be really useful, really tactical if you know how to use this. So this does sound very interesting, and I want to see how it is in a game, like how practical is this really gonna be. So hopefully Valk does come, because I would actually like to use this and see what I can do with this ability. And her ultimate is Skyward, and it allows Valk and her nearby allies to take to the skies after a short countdown. This is the most interesting part to me about this entire character, because it can be used, in my opinion, like what I'm seeing this as is a very evasive tactical ultimate. Because let's just kind of like, let's put ourselves in a scenario, right guys? You're in the ring and you're kind of being boxed in by two separate teams, right? Now depending on how high you can actually go with this ability, right? To me, if Valk uses this with her team, obviously it's very good to kind of like get out of sticky situations, because I could really see myself using this very evasively. Obviously you can use this very aggressively to rush a team, because for example Crypto can send his drone, you guys can see where the enemies are at, and you can use this to kind of like get to the enemies. But it can also be used, in my opinion, even more effectively as a very evasive ultimate. So hopefully this does come, because it does sound very interesting to me. Alright guys, so next up we have Downfall, and based off what I'm reading right now, Downfall seems like a very aggressive character, and personally I like aggressive characters because I'm just a very aggressive player. So this sounds very interesting. So let's get into it. So his passive is called Burning Anger, and dealing damage builds rage. Filling your rage meter up makes you immune to fire for 20 seconds. And this right here sounds insane, because it encourages a very aggressive playstyle, and I am an aggressive player, and to you aggressive players out there, this sounds very good, and it's a passive. So I can actually really see myself using this character just for this passive. So Song's really good. His tactical is called Fire Sale. Drop a box of 4 Molotovs. Anyone in your squad can pick up and throw. So again, this can actually be very aggressive, but it can also be team oriented. So it can be passive. It could also be aggressive because you can like run in with this. You can also stay back and like throw these Molotovs towards the enemy. So it does sound aggressive as well as passive and defensive. So yeah, I kind of like this because it's also team oriented, and any aggressive ability that is also team oriented will always be very good because your entire team can benefit from it. So yeah, this song's very good. And his ultimate is called Rain of Fire. Fire a cascade of incendiary rockets. Again, this song's aggressive, right? Downfall is a very damage dealing character, so if you guys like to deal damage, you like to be up in the enemy's faces, you like to be aggressive, I'm thinking that Downfall would be a very good character to use. I think we need more, not aggressive, but more damage dealing characters in this game. So yeah, this song is great. So next up we have Prophet or Seer, and her passive is sniper training, and this increases ADS and accuracy, and you also start a game with a scope. Alright, sounds interesting. Her tactical is called Spotter Sight, scans the environment for enemies and gathers information on targets found, and her ultimate is called Triple Tap, equips a silent sniper rifle with 3 shots. So based off of these abilities, Prophet to me sounds like a very passive character, but she actually sounds very effective because her ultimate, for example, right, equips a silent sniper rifle with 3 shots. Most likely these 3 shots will be 1 shots to the body, which is obviously very good, but also her tactical is called Spotter Sight, and she scans the environment for enemies and gathers information on targets found. So those 2 abilities right there, right, her tactical and her ultimate make for like a very good combo. So you can like scan the environment, then pull out your ultimate and do some very serious damage. So she can be aggressive, but to me she's a very passive and effective tactical character. Next up we have Husaria, hope I'm saying that right. Her passive is called Shotgun Kick, a breaching shotgun on your calf that discharges when you melee doors or enemies, requires shotgun ammo. Her tactical is a flashbang, throw a grenade that briefly blinds and deafens opponents. This will obviously be very good because it's a flashbang, and flashbangs are always good in any game, so this song's great. And her ultimate is Concussive Breaching Charge. Plants a breaching charge that fires a sonic wave through walls to destroy traps, force open doors, and disorient enemies. Her ultimate is basically Crypto's EMP, except it opens doors, but Crypto's drone also opens doors. So I don't know, it kind of sounds repetitive, but it's still a leak and it doesn't have to be true. But if it's true, it kind of sounds like what we already have in the game. Okay, so this next character is called Rampart, and I want you guys to listen very carefully to this character because he does sound insane, and also he has 5 abilities, and it also doesn't say which abilities are his ultimate, his tactical, and his passive. He just has 5 abilities. So yeah, this is Rampart. So his first ability is Arms Cover, builds cover that provides a damage boost to anyone standing near it, can't be picked up and moved. Alright, so this in itself already sounds insane. Next up we have my friend Maxim, places a mountain machine gun that anyone in the squad can use, uses heavy ammo. Alright, that sounds great as well. Next up we have Fixer, swap into melee, equips a wrench players can use to repair structures. We have Cover Fire, firing from the armed cover overcharges your weapon damage. And finally we have Gunner, LMGs have increased magazine capacity and reload faster. So these abilities sound insane. You don't know which one is his ultimate, which one is his tactical or his passive. We just have 5 abilities, but every single one here actually sounds very good. So if this is actually true, I'm kind of scared because he kind of sounds OP, especially his first ability, Arms Cover, because you basically have a barrier that grants you more damage, and everyone on the team can get more damage with this barrier, and you can also move it. So yeah, this sounds very good. He also has a mountain machine gun, kind of like a sentry gun that anyone can use in the squad, so that also sounds great. And yeah, he sounds like a very interesting character. So next up we have Immortal. Alright, so this character is actually really interesting as well because he's basically a very Titanfall inspired legend. Like he's inspired based off of Titanfall. So his passive is Hard to Kill. When you get downed, you can revive yourself, and this is a passive. Alright, sounds really good. His tactical is called Shield Charger or Teardown, so you can either unleash a cloud of nanites to charge your team's shield, or you can actually hit enemies with the cloud of nanites to kill their shields for a short period of time. This song's insane. Obviously, you can either like use these nanites to help your team and build up their shields, or you can use them to take away your enemy's shields. So very good. I like the idea of this. It does sound good. And the ultimate is called the Rise of the Phoenix. Restores your health and shields to full and gives nearby teammates 30 seconds of self-revive. Takes 8 seconds to charge. Wow. Alright, so you have 2 more characters left, guys. First up we have Nomad, and his abilities also sound really interesting. So his passive allows him and his teammates to have additional backpack space. To me, this song's kind of useless because, well, it depends on how much space you actually have. Like, does it increase the space that you already have, or does it give you like a set amount of space? I don't know. Next up we have his tactical, which is called Loot Compass, and basically it's self-explanatory. You have a compass and it leads you to the nearest loot. So this could be really useful. Obviously, it just depends on whether they actually tell you what loot it is, or if it's just like random loot. Like if it tells you that there's a legendary mastiff here, there's a charge rifle here, that's going to be very good because you can actually see what you're getting. If it just tells you like there's loot in this area, then it's going to be a little bit less useful, but it's still going to be good, and it just depends on how like specific the compass would be. His ultimate is called Crafting Table, and you basically place a crafting table down and you scrap salvageable material and purchase items. Now this song's very passive because you can't really use this in the middle of a fight. Obviously not, because you actually have to place a table down and do what you gotta do. So it doesn't sound very aggressive, it sounds very passive, and you have to be very careful when you're using this, kind of like Crypto's drone, because you're very vulnerable. So it sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound too like, I don't know, practical. Alright, so coming to the end of this video, guys, we have our final character, and this is Rosie. Now Rosie has 4 leaked abilities, and it also does not say which ability is which, so it doesn't tell us which is the ultimate, which is the passive, kind of similar to Rampart, so we have to kind of like guess and just assume that. So her first ability is Eye for Quality. Rosie can see through walls and can open up hidden compartments in loot bins. So Rosie basically has wall hacks. Alright, good to know. Next up we have Supply for Demand, and this also does sound really good. So you can basically choose what type of loot you would like to see, and it reveals that type of loot in the area, and you can see through walls to see this loot. So if this does actually make its way into the game, it's going to be very useful. Also we have Burglar's Best Friend. Throw a disc and teleport to that location. I'm all about teleporting, I'm all about going to different locations through teleporting, so I love this, it sounds great, and yeah. And last but not least, we have Black Market Boutique. Place a device that can steal all nearby loot. Again, this is insane. So Rosie to me sounds like a very good character. She's clearly a thief, like her whole character is around being a thief. The whole concept behind Rosie is like very well thought through, so I can actually see a character like this coming into the game, so this could actually be true. But anyway guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for all those characters leaked in this game. I'm actually hoping that if not all, at least some of these characters come into the game, because they do sound very interesting and I would love to play with them. But thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in some more Apex Legends vids.